Hello everyone. So I'm starting this video. We had our first home game today at school at my college. Oh well, filming 2 videos in one day. So I'm sunburned from the game. So let's not talk about that. Okay. This video, if you clicked on it, you know what it is, but it is a 24-hour readathon. I have been wanting to do this since I started posting YouTube videos like 6 months ago. I don't know. I've wanted to do this. Okay, I'm a sleepy person. Like, I sleep a lot. Like, I was working at Starbucks, so I was waking up at 4 a.m. and then I'd be done by 3 o'clock. So I love sleep. I love to sleep, but I did prepare. I slept last night. I went to bed at like 10 and I woke up today at like 8:30. I tried to sleep for as long as I could, but I could not, unfortunately. But my body physically just would not let me sleep any longer. I did my best. I got like 9.5 hours of sleep, which is really good. And Labor Day is Monday, so the plan is to start at 8. It is currently 7:41 p.m. Let me explain. 7:41 p.m., so I'm planning to start at 8 p.m. today. Finish at 8 p.m. Sunday, September 1st. And then go to sleep, wake up, and then Labor Day, so I don't have school, so I can just chill and do my homework and stuff on Monday. The plan for today, you might be wondering, Lauren, you literally had a whole day today. Why are you trying to do this now and stay up for like 48 hours? Let me explain. So I have watched a lot of these videos. I've done a lot of research on these videos. The most difficult part of the video is the nighttime. Going all day reading through the night to wake up in the morning, because then you go to sleep when you wake up in the morning, like when you finish, and then you just go to bed and then you sleep. It like messes you up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the hardest part first, which is the nighttime. Today we've rocked with 1 Celsius and half an iced coffee that tasted like garbage, so I threw it away. We probably will be pounding about 2 more Celsiuses, potentially a coffee mixed in there at some point. I do already have a headache, but I think that was because of my hair, because it was slicked back all day. So I washed my hair. I'm good to go. Gonna try to massage my scalp. That's funny. Maybe take an ibuprofen. We'll see. And I am gonna record this on my my Fitbit, because I film with my phone, so I can't show the time with my phone. Right now, I also have another game plan. Hold on. Another issue that I've seen is that getting into books when it's 3 in the morning. So let's say someone starts at 8 and they finish a book within 3 hours. They finish a book and then they have to start a whole new book and they're already tired. So I have 2 books that I'm in the middle of right now. Currently in the middle of People We Meet on Vacation, which is like a romance. I have like 150 pages left. I'm about halfway through this Agatha Christie book, which is a little spooky. Not spooky, it's just like Clue, basically. And I think I have like 100 pages left with this, because it's a short book. These are when I'm struggling and I need help. I'm gonna pick up one of these because it'll be fast to finish it and read it, and I'm already in the story. But I think all the books I have are up there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with like a cozy one. I have one in mind, and then I want to try, hopefully, because it's kind of a romance thrillers type thing, not thriller, but it's kind of spooky. But the writing's really easy to read, so I'll get there hopefully really fast. Hopefully that will take me about 4 hours, 4.5 hours to read. Then I'm gonna read a spooky one. Hopefully finish that, and then I'll probably start lagging around that, and then I will read one of these 2 books. By tomorrow morning, I want to start Firefly Lane, which is a thicker book, but it's supposedly really good. And if not, then I'll find something else to read. I'm so excited to do this. And I'm gonna save all the ratings till the end. 7:45. I'm probably gonna take ibuprofen because my head is still hurting and I need to lock in. We'll probably change locations. I might go to like Starbucks or something tomorrow morning, or tomorrow or whatever, to get a coffee or something, so I can like not just be making coffee here. We'll see though. And since it was a game day today, everyone is out drinking, so it's gonna be super loud in my apartment, and hopefully that'll keep me up too. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, little update. It is 9:01, so we're an hour in so far. On page 67 of Men Shall Sleep. We're doing good, we're chilling. I sit at my desk. I have some nice relaxing music on. I'm enjoying this book. Let's keep reading. 23 hours left. It's 11:11. I'm still reading this book. I'm 191 pages in, and it's 380 pages, so it's like I have 200 pages left. I've been reading for 3 hours and 15 minutes. I need a Celsius or chocolate or something because I'm falling asleep. We're making progress. We just started. Oh god. It's 11:32. We're cracking over our first Celsius and chocolate covered almonds. We finished our first book. It took me 6 hours and 21 minutes. It's 2:18 right now. We're gonna find our next book. I think the next book we're gonna read is Twisted Games, and I'm about to make some cereal because I'm hungry. Good morning. It's 8:40. I fell asleep. I tried so hard to stay awake. I was sitting in my chair and I was falling asleep sitting in my chair. Like my head was nodding down. Damn. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna still try just to see how many I can read. But I stopped the timer last night at like... I stopped it on 7 hours and 25 minutes. And I got 50 pages into the next book. That's good, I guess. So we're gonna start reading right now. So we'll see where we get. Update. I'm 64 pages in. And we're gonna go to Starbucks because I want a change of scenery. It'll help me stay awake. We have books to read today. And I'm gonna listen to a book while I get ready, so that way I'm technically still reading. I just chilled at Starbucks for like 2 hours, read 100-ish pages of my book. I was gonna go somewhere for like breakfast or something, like a Waffle House or something and chill, but then I forgot it's Sunday and 11 a.m. so everything's freaking packed. So I just came back to my place to read some more just because I didn't feel like being here anymore. I hit the horn. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna try to read. I'm probably gonna make some like toast or something, and then maybe go and like try to sit somewhere because I outside or whatever and read some. I don't want to be in my house, and my book's good, so I mean I'm not like upset. That's the update we got going on right now. Currently we are sitting at 10 hours. It says 9 hours and 58 minutes, but basically 10 hours. We're making time, and I'm listening to Emma by Jane Austen. I'm not listening to it. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm playing it, so it counts. So. I just finished Twisted Games. I finished that one. It's 3:30. I'm 14 hours into this thing. And my next plan of action, I was gonna go sit outside, but like, I don't know if I really want to. Is I'm gonna try to finish these 2 books. Probably gonna read the Agatha Christie one first just because it's a thriller. And then read the romance one next. And then we'll see. I might go outside because I think I need to go be outside. I've been in my apartment for too long and it's nice outside. But we'll see. I made the executive decision I need to go outside and touch some grass. A Pop-Tart for fuel, a Celsius in my bag, and this little brook. Why does I look so like purple? The colors are so pretty. I'm gonna go sit at this like brook thing that's by where I live. So, yay! Okay, this is my 4th book that I finished in this video, and we are 17 hours and 42 minutes in. Damn it. That means I have 6 hours and 45 minutes. I'm gonna walk home, and it is raining right now. I'm gonna walk home and get my sushi out. I'm gonna pause the timer, because that means if what time is it right now? It's 7:30 right now. I'm gonna go home and eat sushi and possibly start the next book. So if I start reading by 8 o'clock, wait. Oh, I'm gonna have to stay up to like 3 in the morning to finish this challenge. No. I want this to be over. This video is fun, but I want it to be over. I want to watch TV. Okay, bye. I ate my sushi. It's gone. And we're gonna put these books into the stack. This is the best part of this freaking video. Hold on, look. Let me flip the camera. So I'm in a dilemma right now because if I have 6 hours and 30 minutes, I could probably read a whole book by then. Or I could try to read like two smaller books. But I don't know what I want to read because I was kind of leaning towards The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. But that book, I know it's like really dense and it like takes a while to get into, so I don't want to like read it and then be like, ah. But I'm also thinking about reading The White Van because it seems spooky and like it'll keep me awake. But I'm also kind of wanting to read A Feather So Black, fantasy book, because I haven't read any fantasy books. It's just been romance and thriller. End off on a whole different note. Hold on, let me read the back of it. She's a big book. How many pages is in this? 458. See, like, I don't have the brain capacity to read this, and I want to read this and enjoy this because Miss Bethany got me this book. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read books that don't take a lot of brain power. Maybe The Assistant. This doesn't sound good. The Liar. 300. There's 300. We'll read this. Okay. We're gonna read The Liar. It's about a guy who lies a lot and they all catch up to him. All the lies catch up to him. And then we're probably gonna read The White Van afterwards because it looks scary. Or A Woman Alone because those are 2 thrillers. So this one's probably gonna be like a fiction book, and then Start that one. Update. I'm 13 pages into this book and I'm going to not read it anymore. For example, the language is very... Let me just read you this passage so you can get a good glimpse. English boarding schools have much to recommend them. If boys are going to be adolescent and science has failed to come up with a way of stopping them, much better to herd them together than let them go out than let them get on with it in private. 600 suits of skin oozing with pustulas, 600 scalps weeping oil, 1,200 armpits shooting out hair, 1,200 inner thighs exploding with fungus, and 600 minds filling themselves with suicidal drivel. The world is best protected from this. So, the guy who wrote The Hobbit wrote this, and it's very flowery writing. So, we're not reading this. We're gonna read A Feather So Black. We're gonna read a fantasy book. I'm in the mood for fantasy. She's beefy, but if I can read this whole thing in 8 hours, wow. Let us begin. I'm struggling so hard right now. It's 9:51, bro, and I'm 58 pages into this book. And there's 400 and something pages. We're at 19 hours and 34 minutes. I want to quit. I'm so over this. I'm tired. Yeah, update. We're going to go get ice cream from Harris Teeter because I'm struggling to stay awake and stay motivated. I'm going to listen to Emma, though, while I'm doing that. So I will be reading, technically. We have 19 hours and 39 minutes. Oh, we can do this. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Have I been scrolling on TikTok for the past 30 minutes? Have I been scrolling on TikTok for the past 30 minutes?
Yup.
Have I read any more of this book since I got back? Since you saw me eat my ice cream and spill it over myself?
No.
We're at 20 hours and 46 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, am I starting the clock over?
No.
If you're mad, I don't care. I want this to be done. I want to be done with this. I want to be done with it. That's 3 hours and 15 minutes left of this. We can do this. We'll freaking lock in. Lock in. Clock it. We're on page 60. Page 60 right now. We're at 20 hours and 47 minutes. We're going to put a little timestamp right here. I'm pretty sure it's 11 o'clock right now. Wish me luck. Here's another little tidbit of information. I did look at this book up on TikTok because I wanted, edits to keep inspiring me to keep reading. And I know there's a love triangle. Secretly love triangles. Don't care. The Shatterby love triangle, that was awful. I did not like that at all. But hopefully they can make this one good. We just have the one dude, and I don't like him. He's just like a wuss. You can just tell. And he reminds me of Tamlin. If you know, you know about Tamlin. I don't need to explain myself. You either know, you don't. And that's the end of that. 64 pages in. Let's go. I'm calling it, bro. It's 12:10. It's 22 hours. I'm gonna call it, bro. I'm falling asleep. This is the end of it. This is the end of the challenge. I failed. I did not read for 24 hours straight or for 24 hours. I read for 22 hours in the span of 36 hours. Well, whatever. I'll go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's chat, shall we? So this is going to be my wrap-up for all the books I read in the 24-hour readathon. And we're going to talk about my ratings and reviews as well. Technically, I read 4 books, but I read some other ones in between. So the first book I fully started and finished during the 24 hours was None Shall Sleep by Ellie Marnay. This book is about these two kids that they get recruited by, in like Criminal Minds, you know how it's like the behavioral analysis unit? It's kind of that vibe, that these two kids get picked up and they just graduated high school and they are recruited by the FBI to interview other teenage serial killers because they themselves have gone through traumatic experiences and they want to try something different with interrogating. There ends up being more and they get involved in this murder case. Yeah, it's basically Criminal Minds. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a softer, like, more love, more romance between them, but there was like barely any, like, at all. So I gave this book 4 stars because the people in the murderers that are in this that they talked to are very interesting and that definitely added to it. And I liked how they portrayed the female main character and the male main character. 4 stars. The next book that I fully started and finished is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. This book is in a series. The first one was Twisted Love, and if you watch one of my vacation vlogs, I read Twisted Love and I gave it 2 stars because it was not good. This one I'm giving 3.5 stars to because it was definitely more romance. It was a romance heavy. Well, it is a romance, duh. But it's basically about a princess who's like, she's not gonna be queen, but she is a princess, so her bodyguard. It is their love story. I really enjoyed this actually because they both had some sense about themselves. I don't know, I really liked their character development and I liked how it was definitely I felt more emotional, like an emotional connection to these people versus the people in the first one. And I really liked how this one turned out. It felt really long. It was like over 400 pages and I'm like, a romance should not be 400 pages. This should not be 400 pages. If it was like 300 and like 20 pages, that I feel like would be a lot better. It was very long and I was kind of waiting for it to be over. But 3.5 stars, I would recommend this book. It was very, very entertaining. The next book I read was Agatha Christie's None Shall Sleep. In this book, I was already 130 pages in, and this book is 230. So I only read like 100 pages, but this book's also really small. I'm giving this book 4 stars. Agatha Christie, if you don't know who she has sold the most copies of her books after the Bible. Like, she's the most sold author, like, in the world. This book, I think this was published... She died in 1776, so yeah, this book was published in the 50s, 60s. This book was published in 1939. It follows these 10 people go to this island. They each get killed off one by one, and so they're trying to figure out who the murderer is before they get... And there's this rhyme at the front that kind of like, it just follows. It says 10 little soldier boys went out to dine. 1 choked his little self, and then there were 9. 9 little soldier boys sat up very late. 1 overslept himself, and then there were 8. 8 little soldier boys traveled in Devon. 1 said he stayed there, and then there were 7. 7 little soldier boys chopping up sticks. 1 chopped himself in half, and then there were 6. 6 little soldier boys played with a hive. A bumblebee then stung 1, and then there were 5. 5 little soldier boys going in for law. 1 got in chancery, and then there were 4. 4 little soldier boys going out to sea. A red herring swallowed 1, and then there were 3. 3 little soldier boys walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged 1, and then there were 2. 2 little soldier boys sitting in the sun. 1 got frizzled up, and then there were 1. 1 little soldier boy left all alone. He went and hanged himself, and then there were none. And that ties into the entire plot. That poem. I really thoroughly enjoyed this book and it was just so captivating. It's kind of like Clue, almost, is the vibe it gives. It's older times and people I feel like reacted definitely different to people now. Like whenever someone feel bad, they would drink brandy. That's what the doctor would recommend them drink brandy. I don't know, it was just really well written. And there's this one line I wanted to read. It's like, there was like a couple of them left and they're trying to figure out who it is and it's like their inner monologue. And just like the way she wrote this, reading it is definitely kind of weird, but when you say it out loud, it makes a lot more sense. They say, it's Armstrong. I saw him looking at me sideways then. His eyes are mad, quite mad. Perhaps he isn't a doctor at all. That is, of course. He's a lunatic, escaped from some doctor's house, pretending to be a doctor. It's true. Shall I tell them? Shall I scream out? No, it won't do but put him on his guard. Besides, he can seem so sane. What time is it? Only 3:15. Oh God, I shall go mad myself. Yes, it's Armstrong. He's watching me now. They won't get me. I can take care of myself. I've been in tight places before. Where the hell is a revolver? Who took it? Who got it? Nobody's got it. We know that. We all search. Nobody can have it, but someone knows where it is. They're going mad. They'll go mad, afraid of death. We're all afraid of death. I'm afraid of death. Yes. But it doesn't stop death coming. The hearse is at the door, sir. Where did I read that? The girl. I'll watch the girl. Yes, I'll watch the girl. 20 to 4. Only 20 to 4. Perhaps the clock has stopped. I don't understand. No, I don't understand. This sort of thing can happen. It just happens. Why don't we wake up? Wake up. Judgment Day. No, not that. If only I could think. My head. Something's happening in my head. It's going to burst. It's going to split. This sort of thing can't happen. What's the time? Oh God, it's only 3:45. I must keep my head. I must keep my head. If only I keep my head. It's perfectly clear. All worked out. But nobody must suspect. It may do the trick. It must. Which one? That's the question. Which one? I think yes. Yes. It's him. So it's like they're all like tweaking. I love it. And it's just so well written and such like beautiful writing. I'm probably actually going to give this a 4.5. This is a very good book. I would recommend this one. The next one I finished, I was about 230 pages into this book, into People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I finished this and it was so good. I'm going to give this book 4.5 stars as well because their romance was just so sweet and I was just like, It's about these two people. They meet in college and then every summer they go on a trip together because the girl is like, she loves to travel. That's her thing, is that she ends up getting a job with these people called R&R, which is like a rest and relaxation like company, and they send people on trips and they do reviews about it. She loves to travel. That she just finds joy in life by traveling. Her and her friend from college, they travel every summer for like 12 summers. They grow up together sort of, and it's like every time they think about maybe getting together, it's like they miss an opportunity but they don't tell each other. It's kind of like November 9, how every year they have that one day together or something. It's kind of the same feeling, what could be. And they both try to keep living their lives, and they just, because they just see each other once a year. But I love them both. Out of all of the Emily Henry books I read, I don't even know. I can't even rank them because I feel differently about all of them. I need to think about it. But this is one of my favorite ones. And this is like one of her first ones that she released, like The People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, Beach Read, Happy Place, Funny Story. I've read all of those books now. So yeah, I'm so happy about that. A lot of people don't like this one, but I personally really like this one a lot. Like I was going into this expecting not to like it, but it was just so, they were just so sweet. I just loved them. And it just, The only issue I had was towards the end was like the third act breakup was his reasoning for not, like what he says, it kind of makes me mad. And like, I'm just like, okay, this is such a stupid, whatever. What he gets upset over, I don't like. I think it's dumb. That was my only qualm with this book, was the end. Other than that, highly recommend this book. 4.5 stars. So all those are all the books that I finished. So now we're going to get into the books that I started and stopped. So I started reading The Liar. But I talked about this. I read 13 pages of it and I was like, no, I can't do this because it's very like flowery writing. So I read 13 pages of this one and gave up. I also started reading A Feather So Black and I got 111 pages in. So far it's good. I was just really tired and I was over it, and I did quit at 22 hours. So yeah, I think if I'd locked in more and I didn't play on my phone and then didn't give up, I definitely could have gotten probably to the 300 page mark, 400 pages, because I think this book's about 450 pages. I could have definitely gotten more into this book, but I gave up. But so far so good. I'll keep reading that one. The last book I read, I started listening to Emma on Spotify, and I got 18 pages in to Emma. I don't know what's happening at all. I'm not following it at all. I'm just listening to it, and I don't understand what's going on. If you ask me what's going on, I would tell you I have no clue. So I don't know if that really does count. We're gonna go over some statistics, potentially, maybe. Overall, I read 4 books. It was definitely hard. This was definitely a hard challenge. I would not recommend doing this if you're not a super strong reader. And I'm not even that strong of a reader, to be honest. I think also the going into it, I was smart to go into it with the 2, but I think I would try this again, like waking up and reading, because I tried doing it after a football game. I was so tired and exhausted. My head hurt so bad. So that was really hard. And then just finding books that I'm interested in and like want to read, because that's another issue that I was having, is that I didn't want to read any books. Also having different locations to read at is definitely important, because that helped me. If I'm out in public reading, it makes me not fall asleep. This challenge, I've wanted to do this. I'm glad I did it because I got some books off my TBR. I'll probably do this again at some point, very far in the future. So. But thank you so much for watching, and if you want to do this, I recommend it is fun, and maybe try to do it with somebody so they can keep you accountable. I had a good time reading it, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you again for watching this video. I love you so much.